afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I've got to do this quick because I need to go get Solomon put back up. He's been running for about 2.5 hours now, and it's time for him to go back and relax for a little bit. He's not going to be happy about it, but I feel secure about that because I have some really big projects to do here in the house here in the next hour or two, and I don't want to have to worry about him. I want to focus on them. So anyway, he's doing great. Our weather has dropped again, and we have this like blizzard wind. I mean, it is bad news, like bad news. I'm dealing with a migraine today, so I'm really struggling, but we're getting through it. I want to talk a little bit about livestock guardian dogs, just a little bit. Um, Solomon will be 2 in May. May 5th, to be exact, is his second birthday. I'm so excited about that. Um, and I talked to his breeder. Before I tell you that news, let's back up a little bit. Okay, so Solomon is 2 years old. I want to add more goats to the farm. I want to get everybody acclimated to chickens. I want to do all of that. Now that we have that fenced in area, great time to start working harder. So with him getting ready to turn 2, I thought, you know what, it's time to call his breeder and really dive down on that deal that she and I had made 2 years ago. And so she and I talked, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. So I was on the internet and I was looking at Great Pyrenees in my area, and I actually found some 12-week-old pups. I was so excited. They were like 2 towns down, like right down there. And you had to fill out this little questionnaire. And I filled out the little questionnaire. And when it came to, is this dog going to be an outside dog, an inside dog, or a combination inside outside? And I'm like, well, combination, because I always train them inside first, but they're livestock guardian dogs. Okay. And when I made my little comment, I'm like, well, because it was a female one, was the one that I put my little thing on. There were several of them, but I just picked the one that I thought was the cutest. Um, didn't matter. And so I put in there in the description, my little comment thing, that she would be working with goats and chickens and another Great Pyrenees. Well, they sent it back to me again and says, well, will the dog be inside or outside? And I'm like, predominantly outside, because that's where they want to be, but I will bring her in if I need to. Just like Solomon. If Solomon is really struggling with the cold out there, I bring him in the house. And I can tell you that when I bring him in the house in less than an hour, he is literally panting. And we don't keep our house warm. Trust me. I think the furnace is normally set about 58. We have bumped it up to 62 on those super, super cold nights. So we don't have a super hot house. And so they disqualified my application for this puppy. I was like, really? Because it's a perfect time for me to get a pup with him. He needs somebody. He's by himself. And if I put the pup with Lily at night and let those two bond at night and then bring them out to his area, his kingdom during the daytime and let everybody bond that way, I think it's going to be the superb way to do it. I didn't want to get a 2-year-old because his breeder and I did talk, and she has 2 2-year-old females right now, which are probably from the same time period that his litters were going on. So I was like, that would be great. I would love to have her, but the problem is when you have 2 2-year-olds together and they decide, hey, we're hitting that fence, and they're going to go. So to have a younger dog in the background would make him less likely to go across the fence for a while, right? Until we can get the electric up. That's my thing. Next thing is to get that electric up so I don't have to worry. So I talked to his breeder, and she has 3 Great Pyrenees female breeding pairs. And she doesn't know if they've taken yet or not, but she will call me when she knows. And she's given me a great deal on a female. And that's what he needs. He needs a little sister. He needs somebody. He's by himself. My Great Danes absolutely hate him. no matter what I do. They hate him. And it's just so sad because he's by himself. So that's the goal. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Just know that's in the works. Bye, y'all.